What is a beta? And I've also heard a gamma and omega.
Okay, you're talking about sociosexual hierarchy.
Yes, exactly. What is it? Sociosexual hierarchies. There's alpha, beta, gamma, omega. If you want
me to give you an education here.
In a quick
all right,
quip.
I'll be as fast as I can here. Okay,
sure.
so
sigma male.
So sociosexual hierarchies. There's alpha, beta, delta, gamma, and omega. If you really want to know that. And then some people say, oh, there's a sigma too. These were designations actually that were brought up and I think were popularized by a blogger and actually I think he's still on YouTube now. He's called Vox Day. And he's got some if you ever want to get a really good education in like sociosexual hierarchies.
Pull up the sociosexual hierarchy so we can get a picture of this. Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah. And so he brought up the idea that alpha is one designation, beta is sort of like...
Hit images.
Yeah, beta is sort of his...
Which image should he hit? The one right there? With the Taurus bull. Yeah, boom. You got alpha at the top, aka sigma. Then you have a beta, because beta, I feel like people think like beta.
Beta's the sidekick.
He's the Robin. Beta is the alpha is the Batman. Beta is the Robin.
Beta's kind of like the sidekick, the guy who hangs out with the alpha because he wants to get the leftovers from the alpha.
Gotcha.
Right? Okay. The delta is kind of like the vast majority of guys, which is like they go along to get along. They just survive. They get a good job. They do what they believe is expected of them. They're not looking for. They're not like ambitious. They're not very like they're worker bees, right? They're the worker drones,
the average
kind
guy.
of things, right? Then there's the gammas. Gammas tend to be very analytical, and it's like I can't understand why you wouldn't want to get with me because I'm the perfect guy. And let me tell you, let me give you this. Yeah, let me give you this.
What was the gamma you met like?
Spreadsheet.
Is there a case example you can give us real quick? What is that?
All the time, people who text me like, how much money do I have to pay you to meet up with you?
Unbelievable.
Or like,
or they'll give you this detailed list of all of their great provider qualities and why
she doesn't like you.
I'm the one that logically, deductively, I'm the guy that you should be with. I can't understand why you're banging the alpha.
Tori, you saying that these are the nice guys? Why nice guys finish last?
More or less.
They're the ones that say, I'm a nice guy and she won't get with me, but
it's entitlement.
Nice guy finishes last.
I think I deserve
well, it's funny. In Vox Day's example here, when he's talking about gammas, he says when women they don't understand if they don't understand the sociosexual hierarchies, they'll meet a gamma and they'll have this irresistible urge to punch the guy in the face.
It's called the ick.
Yes.
Even if we understand it, we still have that urge.
Yes, it's intuitive. It's
but he's not even the lowest. Who's the lowest?
The omega is kind of like, what's the guy on the what was the Office Space? You ever see Office Space?
Yeah. Have you seen my stapler?
Yeah, the guy that's at the very bottom. Like
you see my stapler?
Yeah, that's omega.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to move again.
Yeah, that guy. That's the omega. That's the guy who doesn't get it and is never going to get it and is to the point where it's like almost like
those are the people you got to fucking look out for.
Omega,
because he's the guy that blew up the building. These are the school shooters.
Yes.
These are the guys that get no action and you stole my stapler and then. This is what happens.
Right. So they're very low.
Be careful for these omegas.
The nurturer in me is like, they need a hug.
You're going to give him a hug, and then he's going to be like, why won't you go out with me?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
But your instincts won't allow you to do that because you know if I do.
Okay, here's the question, ladies. Would you give it up to a guy like that if he was a billionaire?
No.
Not even. No, of course not.
Okay. If he needed a stapler, would you give him a stapler?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm using a stapler. Well, thank you for that breakdown. So that's important to know.
So, and then people are going to say, well, what's a sigma? Okay, so sigma male is like sort of the lone wolf. Like he wants to be outside of the whole hierarchy.
Yeah.
I'm of mixed reactions when it comes to that because I think it's just another archetype of alpha.
Ladies, gentlemen, if you could. Oh, this picture right here. Can you go back? This is great. That guy is. If you could, I'd like to put a tangible case example to each of those things. If you can go back to that image, Tyler, and say, the alpha. Okay, Leonardo DiCaprio. Boom. All right, got it. Beta. If you could, he's going to pull it up.
Well, the best
sociosexual hierarchy.
The best example
of that image.
Okay, Top Gun. Tom Cruise is the alpha of that movie.
Hell yeah.
His sidekick. Maverick is the beta.
No, that was Goose.
Goose was the beta.
He was Maverick.
Is the beta.
Goose is the beta. He's the sidekick.
He's still getting it.
He's the Robin to the Batman.
He's still getting it, but he's definitely not the
alpha.
So
does every alpha need a beta sidekick, like a homie?
Not necessarily.
All right.
I just
like a roll dog? What do you think, Brody?
Just because you label something with specific terminology doesn't necessarily mean that it reflects reality.
Right. Which is why I
like
say
a YouTuber created
abstraction.
this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
So I'm
think
having fun with the conversation, but I also think every single alpha that I've met in my life, other than you guys, anybody. Sorry, not every single alpha.
Thank you. I'm an
Excuse me.
alpha. No.
Let me say something a little bit more precise.
Yes.
Every single man that I've met who's called himself an alpha and made a point to say
Alphas
it out
don't
loud.
call themselves alphas.
They don't.
Has been the most triggered by an independent woman or by any kind of retaliation to that opinion. Like they cannot hold their own without getting emotional.
That's a gamma trying to get up into alpha class is what that is.
Ooh.
I just don't.
For example, they might kick women off of their show
But I do
because they can't contend with them.
Well, wait.
I do agree
No
with
names have been
Can I-
named.
Hold on. Where do you think that that's them being emotional or trying to establish rules?
Two things. I think trying to establish rules that would insinuate that you're having a conversation with somebody who needs to be trained, which I disagree with.
Trained.
Secondly, I also think that on that show, there's more of not that show specifically, any show that we're talking about ambiguously.
Say my
there's an
name.
emphasis on there's a huge emphasis on getting views, and what gets views is making a drama. So if, for example, somebody says that she believes that her husband or her man should cook as well, and you get so triggered by that you have to kick them off of your show, to me that is very telling about the kind of man that you are.
So you're saying that person is not an alpha, and in reality, it might be a gamma pretending
I don't
to
put
be an
labels
alpha?
on people like that. That's
Okay.
the only
Which,
thing.
by the way,
Well, I'm looking for labels here. To be honest with you, I want labels so I can understand this.
I know, and a lot of people do. They want the step by step. They want give me something identifiable.
Well, here's what,
that I can
and I
myself
appreciate
into.
your point. I do, and nobody likes to be labeled, and we don't like
Which is why-
generalizations.
which
But I
is
do
why
would
I
like to
always
see
talk.
who fits into these categories.
Which
That's
is
all
why.
I'm looking
Which
for.
is why I always say I don't. Like, I mean,
I don't follow
understand. I
this.
understand this, but when you read my work and
Mm-hmm.
I say alpha or beta, I distill it down to those two. I don't
Got
use
it.
those.
not
It gets
like
complicated.
I
that.
understand it, and
Okay.
I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm just
Fair
saying
enough.
again, it's like how do you like? There's the alpha as a demographic, and then there's the alpha as like a mindset. So
Got it.
where does that fit into something like this? That's why I have like people say I'm a sigma. Well, no, you're not a sigma. You just want to be out. You think you're like
outsider.
you think you're like Johnny Depp or something. You think you're outside of the system, and you're really not. You are in the system, and the very fact that you would call yourself a sigma or call yourself an alpha or call yourself a
Something.
whatever, that to me says
trying too hard.
that you're a king, a rich man doesn't have to tell you he's rich. You get you by his demeanor, by his how he speaks, what he's wearing, everything else. You can get that. A guy doesn't have to come in there and go, I'm really rich. Like when you're talking about, have you ever lied about your income or whatever? I've never been in the position where I've had to do anything like that. But like if I walk into a room or you walk into a room, or like if you're dressed down, people don't know, like say a guy like George Gammon is like a multimillionaire because he just dresses in like, a jacket and a t-shirt and everything. So you don't really get that from him, but he doesn't go in there and say, hey guys, I'm make $1 million. He doesn't do that.
That's
because
alpha.
it's his. Exactly. You don't. Alpha doesn't have to.
confident guy doesn't say,
have
"I'm
to-
confident."
He doesn't have to tell you
Makes
stuff.
sense.
Like you get it.
All right. Well, thank
just
you for
get it.
breaking this down. I think we all have a better understanding.